I've been on the trail for 3 minutes and it's beautiful. It smells like high mountain. I've already seen flowers, squirrels, deer, and lots of birdsong. I am at the Oregon-California border and continuing south. I'm walking past a lot of these big meadows. They're really pretty. And then farther up the trail here, just a little bit, it gets really thick and brushy. And this is so much bear country. Look at that. So this is the Offenbacher cabin in Donamore Meadow, I think the sign said. It needs some work. Apparently the family's trying to repair it, and what a nice place. So actually this is the Donamore cabin, if you can see it right there. And what a view they have. So I'm sitting here enjoying this place. I'm only 30 minutes in on the trail, but it's too gorgeous not to take a break here. Having an energy bite and listening to birdsong. I am back on the trail and leaving this lovely meadow behind. There's a whole field of wild roses here. I'm pretty sure that is Mount Shasta. Look, a baby tree growing out of the stump of his granddaddy tree. And big trees over the trail in here. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? Oh, this should be okay. Up and over. I made it over. Totally different landscape here. Lots of little flowers growing, but nothing else. There's been a couple of big sections like this. And then over here, there's this huge field where almost nothing is growing except these tiny little flowers like these. That's interesting. It doesn't look like there was a fire. Boy, there's a lot of it, really. If I come up the trail here a little bit and then look back, there's a huge field back there. I just wonder if that's a mineral change in the soil. Anyway, interesting. I have been climbing up and up and up for some time now. It was all downhill this morning. Now we're going up. And with up, we get views. Oh, I'm 6.5 miles in, and I feel like I could be done for the day. Just now having lunch. I really hope that lunch gives me some energy because it's 2 o'clock and I've done half my distance. I started at 9:20. That's 4.5 hours. If it takes me 4.5 hours to do the rest of the distance, I'll get there at 7:30 if I leave here at 3. I'm not sure I'm going to go all the way. I might stop in about a mile where there's a spring. We'll see how I feel after I finish lunch. I think I'm getting close to the top. I hope lunch was good. It was a nice break, but my legs do not feel like they have much juice in them today. So I'm just going to go to the next water source and decide there. I am just walking along the top of the world here. It's leveled out a fair bit now that I'm at the top, which is a big relief, and I'm gonna just keep going and see how I do. Big old knotty tree. It is just impossible to capture the views up here the way they really are, but I'm trying. It is amazing. I passed up that last spring. It was a muddy seep. I could have gotten water from it if I needed it, but it looked like a lot of work for a little water. So it's 2 miles to the next spring, and mostly it's been flat. There's been some uphill, but not too bad. So I'm just trucking along, and hopefully I'll be able to get water at that next spring and see if I have more in me. Hit a bit of a brushy section here, and I'm just plowing through brush. I don't know if I've ever seen a yellow glacier lily. I made it to this pretty little meadow, and I think I'm going to camp near here tonight. But right now, I'm going to get some water. I have this nice little piped spring here. Makes it really easy. But I still managed to get my shoes wet. I collected just a little over a gallon of water, and now I have to get it back up there. Might not look steep, might not look long, but it is. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. I didn't bring my backpack down because I didn't want to have to haul it back up. We'll see what happens. I'm getting ready to make dinner here. There we go. I'm just going to filter water directly in here. And as I made these meals, I have no idea how much water I'm supposed to add to them. No directions, we're just winging it. Okay, let me see what I brought for dinner. Red beans, rice, and pork. And potatoes. Why did I bring 2 dinners? Okay, I think I'm gonna have potatoes. Well, I ended up getting my wind guard out after all. If I lose my scissors, I'm gonna have to chew my way into these things. Oh, and that water is boiling. Alright, now we get to find out if I'm having potatoes or potato soup. Okay, it's gonna be potatoes, and I have a package of bacon. Thanks, Mike, for cooking all my bacon for me. Thanks, Kate, for freezing all my food for me. Let's give it a bite and try it. Yum. Good morning. I meant to film in camp this morning and I completely forgot. I was in such a hustle to get everything tore down. I didn't do any filming, and now I'm headed back up the hill. It's just after 7:30 and I am looking for the sunshine. It was cold last night and it's still pretty chilly, so we'll go see if we can find some sunshine. Look at this rock with all the holes in it. It's got like a bunch of mini caves. I see sunshine. I'm just walking through meadows of wildflowers. That's the view behind me. And beside me while I'm walking, I really like these big natural meadows with the rocks and flowers. They're just spectacular. The definition of the shadows and light in these mountains over here is incredible this morning. And all I think that you can see is maybe layers. Sometimes you get to a spot and you have to cross the road. Sometimes, like now, the trail is straight across the road and you just keep going. And sometimes you have to walk up and down the road and try and figure out where the trail is. I'm getting my first water fill up of the day here. Got a nice little waterfall. And I got my water and I am filtering it into the bottle. Got my little filter. The water goes through it and it's dirty up here and clean down here. A road to cross. And a deer. And another road. Pretty sure all these roads are gated off. They don't look like anybody's been on them. And here we have another road. This one actually has tire tracks. I wonder what road it is. And here we are at another road, and this one is a big road crossing. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roads coming in here. Six roads coming in here. Wow. And there's the trail. I have been coming downhill for the probably good part of the last 3 miles, and now we're going up, which of course you can't see in the picture. Let's see if we can get you something that shows the slope. Not really. The camera just likes to make everything level. But I think it's uphill pretty much all the way to the car from this point. Oh, look, another road. This one also has tire tracks. Obviously, the last one did too. Boy, I was really cruising along, and now we got into the uphill and the blowdowns and the sticks everywhere. There's plenty of these. Not as bad as the Rogue River Trail, but still plenty. I found a lovely little rock outcrop to sit on and take a little break. It's 10 minutes to noon, and I am only 2 miles from the car. As tired as I was yesterday, I seem to be hauling right along today. So it'll be a little slower now because the uphill is definitely real. But the views here are so nice. Listening to the birds. Now there's a tree you want to zip under in a hurry. Yep, let's go. Yep, I survived. Yay. I'm back to this Big field again, almost back to the Donmore cabin. Just watching the grass blowing in the wind. Out here it's just making waves. Grass and wind waves. We are back at the Donmore cabin. You can barely see it from down here. The last creek before I get back to the car. Here we are approaching the California-Oregon border, and I can feel the excitement of all the people that have been here. 3 of them that camped with me last night. Let's see what they had to say in the trail register. So pretty, and less than 1/10 of a mile to go. The trail has leveled out a wee bit. Like that and that. I just wanted to capture this last little bit of the trail. Back to the car. And the next time I go out, I won't be back for a long time. And I will be going over there, in that direction.